Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. It is Thursday, December 28th, 2023. Hope you're all having a productive day today as we wind down the week, last few days of 2023. And boy, it looks like 2024 is shaping up to be quite an epic year. Appreciate all of you being here, watching these videos. Appreciate your comments, and I really ask that you please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos, hit the bell notification, and please also share the videos with as many people as you can on social media platforms, family, friends, coworkers, colleagues, so we can continue to build this community with a goal of getting the word out, warning people, educating people as to what is unfolding day to day in this country and with this economy. So I appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to address a topic today that is front and center on a couple of the on the news sources I look at. And it's not a comfortable topic for many. It gets obviously highly political. My intention is not to get political with this. I don't know if YouTube's going to not like me for covering this subject. I don't know what the algos do with this, but at this point, it's not really about that. It's about just sharing with you what I think is newsworthy, with information. Without giving any kind of spin to it. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the flood of migrants that is overwhelming many of the United States cities right now. And it's causing a major disruption with the city's ability to provide services for their own citizens. And it appears to be growing at an alarming pace. So the first article I saw out of the Hedge today, and it says that mayors of New York, Chicago, and Denver plead for help as the migrant storm worsens. And it says mayors of three cities, Chicago, New York City, and Denver, warned their metro areas are quickly approaching a breaking point due to the ongoing surge of migrants bust up from the southern border this year. It says we cannot allow, it's quoted, it says we cannot allow buses with people needing our help to arrive without warning at any hour of the day and night, New York City Mayor Adams said during a virtual news conference with Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and Denver Mayor Mike Johnston. Adams warned, for many months we were able to keep up with the visualization of this crisis from hitting our streets, but we have reached a breaking point, end quote. Think about that. When he says we've been able to keep up with the visualization of this crisis from hitting our streets, I suppose what he means there is that they've been successful in hiding from people seeing the reality of what's happening as these people are crowding and flooding the streets and sleeping on the sidewalks at night. This article had several photographs that were also published, and it is incredible. I mean, you have literally wall-to-wall bodies, people sleeping on one another, people sleeping side by side, arm to arm, out in the middle of the city streets. He says, we are no longer able, there's another quote, we are no longer able to do that because of the volume and numbers. So what he's saying is they're no longer able to hide it from public view, no longer to hide it, be able to hide it from people taking photographs and people taking video of what's unfolding in this country. It says Mayor Eric Adams says that quality of life in New York City will continue to decline because of the illegals. For many months, we were able to keep visualization of this crisis from hitting the streets, reach the breaking point. So, what does this mean? I mean, New York City is one of the largest cities, most popular cities in this country. Um, how is this going to impact the services that the citizens of that city and the occupants and residents of that city and other cities across this country from receiving when they need them? It seems to me you're going to have a substantial impact on transportation services, bus lines, and railway lines, and subway services. How is this going to impact security in these cities? It seems to me that we already see crime going up in huge waves across this country, especially in the big cities. This, from my perspective, will likely you just have more people. You have more people that are overburdening the system. Crime is going to increase. Is there going to be more crime directed at the citizens of the cities by these people that are not from there and don't necessarily love and respect that area as their home, like maybe the people that live there do? What is it going to do to emergency services? How about 911? How about the hospitals? It seems to me these are all going to be overrun because of these sheer volumes. And here are the statistics. According to Adams' office, more than 7,000 illegals have entered the intake system in the last 2 weeks. The city estimates 157,600 have arrived since late spring. That's just in New York City. In Chicago, Mayor Johnson warned, quote, "We have reached a critical point in this mission that absent real significant intervention immediately, our local economies are not designed and built to respond to this type of crisis." Adding, quote, "We are literally building a system as we go along." Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson warns that every city service is on the verge of collapse. That's what I was just talking about. How about the people that live there and pay taxes there and make that their home and are raising their families there and rely on those services to get to work and to live their lives and provide for their families? Adams and Johnson's complaints about the migrant crisis were similar to those of Mayor Mike Johnston of Denver. Mike Johnston said, "We, at this point now, have had more migrant arrivals in our city than any city in America per capita." In a press release, the mayors called the influx of migrants in their cities a humanitarian crisis and urged all levels of government and our federal partners to provide assistance to ensure migrants are treated with dignity and humanity. Not weighing into which side anybody is on with this, but the reality is that the numbers are incredible. These are people that are stacking up or being stacked up in these areas, and it is going to have an impact. And look, this all has an impact on our economy and on our citizens and the people of this country. So I think that it's very important to have you understand. I'm sure you're reading all this stuff on a daily basis, but it is getting even more out of control. So how's it going to stop? Who's going to reverse the course of this? And is it even possible at this point? And let me discuss another related issue, another article from The Hedge today that says, and it's the title of the article is "Illegal Immigrants with Anchor Babies Using Up More Welfare Than American Citizens," report says. It says households that are headed by illegal immigrants and have U.S.-born children are more likely to use welfare than are homes led by U.S.-born individuals, according to a recent report by the Center for Immigration Studies, the CIS. It says at least 59.4% of illegal immigrant-led homes use one or more welfare programs, compared with 39% of households headed by people born in the United States, according to the December 19th report. High rates of welfare use among illegal immigrants, quote, primarily reflect the generally lower education levels and their resulting low incomes, coupled with the large share who have U.S.-born children who are eligible for all welfare programs from birth, the report says. Quote, more than half of all illegal immigrants' households have one or more U.S.-born children. Children born to illegal immigrants or immigrants in the United States are also known as, quote, anchor babies, are considered to have automatic birthright citizenship. Even though the United States, it says the Supreme Court hasn't yet explicitly ruled on the matter, illegal immigrants can't access most welfare programs, a restriction that eases for their children who are born in this country. A dozen states, it says, offer Medicaid to allow low-income children, regardless of immigration status. Such children also have access to various government food and meal programs. Okay? Programs such as temporary assistance for needy families, the Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program, free or unsubsidized lunch and breakfast for students, and Medicaid for children. Children's health insurance program were explicitly created for minors, the report says. The CIS report is based on data from the U.S. Census Bureau's 2022 Survey of Income and Program Participants, and that's the SIP, SIPP. The reality is that illegal immigrants are included in the SIPP. A large share of them are poor, and their U.S.-born children have welfare eligibility. Many take advantage of the eligibility, CIS stated. So, according to the Federation for American Immigration Reform, FAIR, the total number of U.S.-born children of illegal aliens in the United States as of June stood at 5.78 million, a population more than 2 times that of Chicago. It says FAIR estimates that illegal aliens and their U.S.-born children impose a net annual cost of $150.6 billion on American taxpayers as of the beginning of 2023. Over the past 5 years, the annual cost has risen by almost $35 billion. So, I suppose that, these people that are coming into the country by the tens of thousands, if they then procreate while in the United States and have a United States-born child, that apparently is a way through their minor who is deemed U.S. citizen or have birthrights in the United States, that is their way that they can leverage into and take advantage of the system that our United States and all of us as taxpayers contribute to and work very hard to have a big chunk of our wages taken to support. So again, it is a crisis. It's nothing new to any of you. I think I saw Elon Musk was down at the border on his platform a few weeks ago, showing some footage from down there, and it's a massive amount of people that are flooding in. So we need to be very, very careful with this, both in terms of security issues, in terms of this simply overloading, depending on where you're at, overloading the services that you may think that you're automatically going to be able to take advantage of, hospital, 911, public transportation, and you may be deprived of at a crucial moment. So wherever you're at, depending on your situation, you need to take that into consideration. The last thing I'll address very, very briefly, which is totally off a different topic, very important though, from Yahoo Finance Today, talks about office building values to touch on real estate. Very important. It says office building values may be a microcosm of the overall commercial real estate market. We think valuations are only 50% of the way through their declines. This is from Rich Hill, head of real estate strategy and research at Cohen and Steers, and told CNBC on yesterday. The office market will see its next leg lower in 2024 as distressed properties work their way through the system, he added. The warning came after a Los Angeles office building was sold on Tuesday for 52% less than its price in 2018. That's merely 5 years ago. And just days earlier, the third tallest office high-rise in LA was sold for 45% less than its price in 2014. So you're going to see a lot more headlines like this with valuations being down more than 50%, Hill said. I think you're probably going to see some headlines that are even more severe than that. So, what's going to happen here is that this stuff is coming down in value. You're going to see this reverberate through the real estate economy. It's not going to be, from my perspective, just confined to that microcosm of the real estate market. You see prices coming down. It's going to impact banks. It's going to impact the lenders. It's going to impact the borrowers, the owners, all across the board. So big money is being lost right now, each and every day, in huge real estate market sectors of this country. With that being said, I'll leave it there. I'm going to get my workout here this afternoon. Please, all of you, do the same. Get your steps in, do some walking, do some push-ups, some sit-ups, get some strength training in. I talk about it every day on this show. And you know, I'm not telling you to do anything that I'm not doing myself. It is very important from my perspective for us to keep a healthy body and a clear mind. I hope all of you have a great rest of your day today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.